Welcome to the first lesson in jQuery Foundations, and in this lesson we will be jumping right into the introduction for jQuery, and we're going to cover several subjects. As you see here, we're running the files just like we said how to install them. Put them all in the directory and just load it up in your browser and click through, and we'll jump right into each exercise and one after the other as we go through. And after we do our video walkthrough and teaching session, I want you to go back and actually do these exercises. So you're going to hear me say that a lot. Now we've got our selectors exercise open up here, and as you see, we can move back at any point through. We've set the whole lesson up like that, and we're going to be using Firebug Lite. If you haven't ever used Firebug, or if you don't know how to use Firebug efficiently, you're going to get a bonus on this course. We're using Firebug Lite because we wanted to be able to use it everywhere, and we wanted you to be able to take this course without having to set it up. Come down to the right hand corner here, click on Firebug, and it opens up, and we can see a little command line down here in the bottom. Let's say if we create a variable called test and give it a value, we can see the results come up here on the screen. And if we say console debug, we can see that is a way to get it out. You will see this a lot, this little undefined thing afterwards. Just ignore that on a routine basis. This isn't you don't send Firebug Lite code out to the end users, so that's not a problem. Now up the top here, you can see we also have a clear thing. That clears our windows out. We can also move whether up arrows or our down arrows back and forth through the commands we've already put in here. And the last part we will use routinely is this is the code editor panel or pane, and with this we could put multiple lines up here, and we will be doing plenty of that through the course. Now when we're using jQuery, there's two traditional methods that people use for selectors. I will show you the traditional method first. We click in our little edit line here, and what is typically done is use a $sign. These are following the selectors will follow the CSS standards, so the same way you would create a style is the same way the names work. That's nice that jQuery does not require us to learn two standards, so we're going to look up here at item 5. And we see we get results. So that's nice. We got results, but what do they mean? Take your mouse, move it over the item, and if you look, you see 1, 2, 3, 4. White is the 5th item. So nice thing about the selectors and using jQuery is we can actually figure out which item it actually selected. I want to click on Inspect here. We're going to go to the white item. And another thing you can see here is using the inspect, we can actually see that this was item 5 that it selected. So we have a real good thing going here, and Firebug can give us a lot of power of seeing both how our HTML is working, what's really sitting there under the hood, and interacting with it here via the console. Okay, now we're going to do this frequently in the course because we want to concentrate on one thing at a time. Come up to your Firebug, click the clear things out, and we're going to show you the other way to do this. But we'll call it up again. That's using the up arrow. And now I want to show you doing the same thing. Instead of the $sign, we get the same result. Now why would we use jQuery instead of the $sign? Well, sometimes there will be those of you out there who are upgrading a site, say, that was built with Prototype.js. If you're using Prototype, then this will free you from the burden of having a conflict between the two libraries. And with that, let's clear it again. And we'll try another selector. And like I said, this is just a preview of what we'll be covering. We have a whole lesson on selectors coming up. This time we're going to pick a class instead of an ID. The pound sign there, which is the shift 3, stands for IDs. And this is the class. You start with a period and product. We actually selected 6 different items because all of these colors up here are products. Well, as we mouse over each of these items, you can see that one by one it's coming down the screen with the items being selected. And that's how it works. So, and there's another thing you can see here. This is a list item with an ID of item 1 and with a class of product. So even down here you can see a lot of extra detail that gives us clues as we move through our code. So if you're trying to do the old school technique of type my code into an editor, upload it to the server, go to my browser, reload the page, repeat until you get it right, this can make life just a whole lot easier for us because we can see what's going on instead of trial and error. Well, thank you. We're going to hope that you will again go back and actually do this exercise yourself. It is proven over and over that our retention and skills are much better when we actually do the exercises. This is just a little taste, considered an appetizer in Selectors. And one of the best things about this as we go through jQuery, this will work whether you're in Firefox, whether you're on a tablet device browser. It's going to work everywhere. jQuery is already set up to take care of incompatibilities. So enjoy your exercise, and we'll see you right back for the next video when you finish that exercise.